101 The Fox with Slackers Free Food Friday.
That's right. Every Friday, we get together with some of the fine restaurants, pubs, and eateries in and around greater Kansas City, and we share their fare with you. And I'm very pleased to welcome, for the first time on the Slacker Morning Show, and I can't believe it, the manager and sexy barista of eggtc, Mr. Greg Milliron. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. How are you today?
Brother, I am great. I have to tell you, we've been talking about having you on here for months, really. And finally, I get to drag you in here and talk about a place that you can pretty much see me at least, or my wife and daughter, at least once or twice a week.
We're usually glad to have you, and sometimes we try to lock the door before you make it. But yeah, it's a great place. I've been there for a long time, and we like to serve a lot of crazy people like you and a lot of people who are normal, too.
eggtc has, of course, two locations. The one you'll most always see me is at 51st and Main in South Plaza. But their newest location in Shawnee, it's 7182 Renner Road. Both open daily at 6:30, run till 2:30 in the afternoon. And obviously specialize a lot on breakfast, but great lunch, brunch items, as well as some fine cocktails.
Right. We do have quite a cocktail list. In fact, the eggtc on Main Street, we do a happy hour starting at 6:30 a.m. We get a lot of people from around the area, third shift people, and we have things ready for them. Breakfast, I think they're going to bed not long after they leave that place. We like to invite them in. They've actually made our mornings pretty active over the last several years. In fact, I know that the restaurant in Shawnee is going to be able to do that a lot more now since they've been able to start serving alcohol a lot earlier. We're looking forward to being able to welcome them in as a result.
Greg Milliron, the manager of the eggtc Main location, and a regular common fixture. You will see him behind the bar most all days while you're there. And I tell you, one of the things that I love, and we talked about this before we went on the air, you can go to the eggtc, especially at Main. That's the one I have the most knowledge of. And I see so many people I know. My buddy Brant and lots of guys that I regulars there. And you're kind of like the Toastmaster, the introduction man. You're like, you form new friendships by introducing.
Some people say it's a little bit like Cheers, and then, the people that do that, I just start out making your way in the world today. But I've got a lot of people that I see every single day. Ask them how their day is. They know my son. They've met my son. I know some of their family we've met. And like you said, when there are people there who have never met, there's a visitor or somebody there, I usually take the time because I need some time. I got to go make a drink. I got to go schlep your food. Right. I got to do whatever I got to do to make this thing right. I introduce them one to the other, and then they have a conversation and are made welcome and made to feel welcome. They're introduced to the rest of the crew there, and it really does bring a great sense of home. I won't say who it is, but there's one guy that tells me all the time that he just comes for me. No, I don't give him any eggs for free, so you can't try that. But it is flattering. I've been welcomed by these people. I've had a chance to share time with them both at the restaurant and away occasionally. It's great. We're blessed with a great leader, Ead, who's the proprietor. It was kind of his idea, is the managing partner. We've been there for 12 years. We've developed these relationships in all parts of the restaurant. But as you said, what happens is I've been there for 11 years. I have several peers who have been there for at least 8 or 9. My friend, my coworker Gabby, who I work with behind the bar. It's very easy to stay there. We like who we work with. We like who we work for. We like who we see on a regular basis. We believe in the product that we're providing. I think we all know that it's good food, and we try to give good service, and people get a good value. It makes it easy to go to work every day.
The consistency is the hallmark, in my opinion, of eggtc. But as the seasons change, sometimes so does the menu. And we've got a couple of items that'll be coming up and some menu changing here in a few weeks.
Once fall starts coming on, we get a lot of requests especially for sweet potato pancakes.
I love sweet potato pancakes.
I can see you do. But
what does that mean?
Yeah. But they'll be on the way soon. Yeah. Pumpkin pie pancakes, all part of the seasonal shift. We're currently already doing pumpkin pie lattes and stuff like that. We'll do a salted caramel latte. Probably do something like a hot caramel apple chai, which is a great drink as well. I do know that we're getting ready for a big menu change, mostly in the format, but there will be some new items. We're going to introduce some panini sandwiches for our lunch menu. Our lunch menu is probably the one part that hasn't really changed all that much. I mean, let's face it, even at 12:30 in the afternoon, 50 to 60% of the people are coming in for breakfast,
Sure.
which is great.
Yeah.
We're all excited for these changes. I mean, we've been there for 12 years. I think our menu's only grown.
Yeah.
So it's kind of time to shake stuff out and see what stays on and see what falls to the wayside.
Greg Milliron from Etc., the main location, 2 locations in Kansas City. As we mentioned, the 51st in Main and 7182 Renner Road. Actually, I always tell people that it's at 435 and Midland Drive. It's right there. Can't miss it. Great place for breakfast, great food. And we're going to get you hooked up right now if you're caller 11 at 576-77FX. Brother, it is a pleasure, and I'm so glad that we finally get you in here this morning.
Yeah, it's nice to finally be remembered.
I remember you every Friday. I will see you, in fact, coming up here in just, about an hour and a half. I'll see you at the
That sounds
counter.
great. I can't wait.
The Slacker Morning Show.
I have a long commute, so it's interesting to listen to.
Because it gets me going in the morning while I'm in my car.
I just look forward to getting in my car in the morning, listening to them riding to work.
101 The Fox.